Hi guys, Darth Deuces here, and I'm going to be doing a review on another Gunpla model kit, and I'm going to take a look at the high-grade Gundam Thunderbolt Atlas Gundam, which was featured in the second film for Gundam Thunderbolt. Gundam Thunderbolt is one of my favorites of the series that they've done. It's just really cool, the mobile suits are really cool, the animation's really good, the story's not too bad, I like it a lot. The Atlas Gundam is pretty cool. It's a suit I actually wasn't a huge fan of before, but rewatching some clips of it and building this kit, I like this suit a lot more now. And it looks really cool. I love the colors of it. You got the white with this really dark bluish gray, and then the yellow looks really cool. The head and even the whole color scheme itself really reminds me of the new Gundam, which is one of my favorite Gundams. Yeah, it's just a really badass suit. So I guess first off, as you can see, you got the big sub arms. One of the defining features of this suit is these large limbs here with these big, I guess, boosters, you could say, which allows him to fly in atmosphere as well as kind of acts as, I guess, propulsion underwater as well. And these arms can pose in different ways. They attach at the waist, and you can rotate them here, rotate them here. Unfortunately, there's no joints right here, but you can bend it at this joint as well as I think there's a rotation. No, there's a rotation down here. You can hinge it there, and you can also rotate this around. So they can be kind of fiddly to work with, but after fooling around with them a bit, you can get them in some decent posing and whatnot. And there's a few different features you can do with them. So, like, one thing is if we rotate these around, like so, and we rotate these around like so, and kind of bend them down. The feet have these little holes in the heels, and you got these little tabs here. You can tab the feet into the limbs here. I'm not doing a good job posing right now, but you have them on the feet here, and then that's kind of him in his flying mode, propulsion mode, which is pretty cool that they tab in. They kind of look like skis wearing skis, which I think is kind of funny, but it works pretty well. And the toes actually pivot to accommodate for plugging in here. So it still looks alright, so that's pretty cool. Doing the submarine mode is pretty simple. You literally just flip these around the other way. If I can get them to rotate properly. And then you would take one of his accessories, which is his blade shield here, and you can plug it. It slides in at the bottom here, like so. Slides in at the bottom. And then that's basically submarine mode. He's supposed to, if you bend him down, he's supposed to be lying prone in it. And because of the articulation, you can get really good prone poses out of this mobile suit. So that's kind of how that looks as well. So I'm just going to get this taken apart. I'm going to take off the sub arms now just to make it easier to go over the actual suit. They come off easily. They just plug into the sides there. Alright, so taking a closer look at the actual suit, I've just panel lined it and applied the foil and marking stickers. You get a full sheet of marking stickers with this kit, which is really cool. So all these emblems, like the More Brotherhood emblem, looks really good, and the ESF emblem. The clear stickers work pretty well on this kit, as it's mostly white. The borders aren't super noticeable. Here is the head, and I really like the design of the head. It looks really cool. I like all the yellow highlights, and the fin looks very cool. I did do some slight painting, just the little green spots here. I painted in with a Gundam marker. And the back here looks pretty cool. It's got some pretty small waist plates. One thing you'll notice, he does have the globe joints. This is a mobile suit that is meant for underwater. Can do ground combat and can also do underwater combat, and that's what the globe joints are for. So that's pretty cool. I think they executed the look of that pretty well with this high grade kit. And you got like multiple vents and whatnot. You got the feet. I haven't pivot the feet down. If you bend the feet too far down, they'll like to unplug, especially this one. This one's kind of likes to unplug, so just be wary of that. Aside from that, it's a really solid suit, you know. Everything fits together nicely. Nothing's really going to fall apart on you, which is really good. In terms of articulation, you have a ball joint and a hinge at the head, so you can really get them looking up very high to help with those prone poses, and you can look down a decent amount. The torso can arch back quite a bit, and it can also bend forward quite a bit, which is really cool. I really like that. You do have outwards, you can hinge outwards, as well as a ball joint, so you rotate a little bit of in and out. You can move the arms out just this far. That's pretty good though. Swivel at the bicep, double hinge at the elbow, and ball joint at the wrists. A swivel at the waist. Hinges, move up and down, kick out full splits, by thigh rotation, double hinges at the knees, and rotation at the ankle up and down. Really good up and down at the ankle. And something that's, I think the first time I've seen this on a kit is that the heel and the toes are actually individual pivots, so you can rotate this back and forth, and you can rotate the heel back and forth. So that's pretty cool. Now in terms of accessories, I guess if you want to consider the sub arms, those are there. You also, like I've already showed, the blade shield. It does have a handle there where you can hold it, and you also get a piece that you can attach to the forearm like so, and it can help attach the shield. Maybe I'm just not doing it right, but I find attaching the shield really tedious and not easy to do. That's a little bit of a downside with this kit. Another thing I'm going to mention is that the hands, aside from being actually kind of, well, not super difficult to take out, the actual fingers and the palm of the hand like to come apart a lot, so getting them to hold accessories can be sort of a pain sometimes as well. You get a piece, an adapter for an action base, so you can display him on the subarms and the shield, so you can do that, so that's good. You get the two just normal standard gripping hands. You also get two trigger holding hands with this kit. You get two beam sabers and two beam effects. Here's one of the beam sabers and the beam effects. The beam effects are hugely long, like they're taller than the mobile suits. The hilts are actually pretty small, probably to fit in here. You can actually store, there's the other hilt, you can store them in the shoulder, which is a pretty cool little gimmick. Unfortunately though, I don't know, the way the hand's designed, how small the hilt is, the grip on the beam sabers is extremely loose, so if you it'll just fall right out. So, yeah, I mean, you can pose them with them in them, just you got to get the pose you want, then put the hands in, and it'll stay, but it's really loose, unfortunately. But it's not the biggest deal in the world. And then you get two of these machine guns, which is pretty cool. And just popping off this hand real quick, I can show that off with the other one. So there's the machine gun. I think these look pretty cool. I like the look of those. And then lastly, you get his main weapon, the big railgun, prototype railgun, which is a really cool accessory. It's very big and really cool. I got one of the hands on there. It can be kind of a pain in the ass to get it actually in his hand here, but because like I said, the fingers like to come apart. It's best to actually take off that small yellow part on the bottom first, and then once you have it on his arm and his hand, you can close it like so. And then there he is with the railgun. It's huge, as you can see, but it's awesome. Really awesome weapon. And he holds it really well, even though it's big and somewhat heavy. It is going to make him pretty top heavy. But you can hold it. And his arm's not going to droop down. The joints are sturdy enough so you can have him full straight, at least straight, and it's not going to go anywhere. And then last but not least, I'll do a really quick just comparison with I.O. Fleming's other mobile suit from Thunderbolt, and one of my favorite high-grade kits is the Full Armor Gundam, which is another one of my favorite Gundam suits. And the Full Armor Gundam is bigger. I mean, it's supposed to have more armor on it. But these kits, they look really cool together. I like having both of I.O.'s suits. I think they're both really badass mobile suits and 2 really great Gundam suits. So yeah, just in case you want to see it. One thing I will say is, I guess it's not a big deal that this kit didn't come with a stand, but it would have been really cool if this kit came with a stand. Because to get the most out of the posing with the sub arms and everything, you really do need him on a base to get all those poses that you want. But overall, I think this is a really fantastic and really solid high-grade kit. If you're a fan of Gundam Thunderbolt or just like collecting actual Gundam mobile suits, I would highly recommend picking this one up. It's a really solid kit. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.